Hey everybody, this is Nathan Eldridge with FSS. We're here to go over a quick demo. One of our customers, Nick with Sarasota Window Blinds, did us a huge favor and recorded himself utilizing the FSS Window Pro with the integration to Solitech Focus 2.0. And he shows how he utilizes our app on an iPad, how he uses the Bluetooth devices, so the Disto Recon and our extension poles with the ball head mount. So he did all of this on his own without any script or input from me, and he had his daughter film it. So we're going to walk through what he filmed and kind of talk about a day in the life of a retailer using our technology.
Hey guys, this is Nick with Sarasota Window Blinds. Looking at some options here on doing a whole home measurement today. I believe there's 11 rooms, it's gonna be a whole house. We're going in today and we're using the FSS app. I've created a test system right now. I've also now connected the Recon Tomahawk as my Bluetooth tape measure that's connected to my system. So I have that ready. And I also have my Leica X3 that we're gonna use today to do our measurements. We're going to fold this because I know I got some ones I can't reach. So no ladders today. We're going to use the small extension pole here with the head on it already. Allows us to have enough room to get in here. With this, automatically adds the deductions or adds the distance to the laser.
So with the kickstand folded out into that 180-degree point, it moves the point of reference of measure to the back of the kickstand. This enables you to get the laser flush in windows when working with the extension poles. In the training video for the extension poles for elevated measurements, it goes into detail of why we do that.
If we had others today that we need to reach, we have our 12-foot pole here. And if we ever needed to get to the super high ones, which we used yesterday, here's one that's 24 foot. And by holding this all the way up, you're talking easily 30 feet we can reach. So no need for ladders whatsoever. So let's go get started and see how long it takes to measure out a whole house.
So the heads that we select and use are for sale on our website, fssapp.com. Those extension poles, we recommend the Bates Brothers. They're on Amazon, so you can source those yourselves. Getting started, you see his client here. He's named it Nick Test, and his first step will be to create a room. So he either can pick one of the most commonly used rooms at the top, or he can click on Quick Measure. And coming in, you can see he named this bedroom 1 window A, and he's going straight into his measurements. All of the measurements are coming directly over from the laser device into the app. He's not having to write anything down. In his workflow, you'll see that he's taking pictures of every window. So as you walk up to a window, you snap the picture, you put it into the app, then you start your measurements and you hit your product notes, installation notes. Right here, you can see the Solitech Focus integration and the pop-up. So every single time that you save a window and your app is integrated with the Solitech system, you get this pop-up, and then you get to pick which dimensions do you want to import directly into Solitech. So you just tap the width, you tap the height, and you click save. Those are instantaneously available in your measure sheet inside of Solitech. But you are able to take 10, 20 measurements, whatever it may be. A lot of our recommended practices, if you watch our video for our best practices, we show everybody that if you take your 6 inside mount measurements, your 3 widths, your 3 heights, 1 depth measurement, and then 1 outside width, 1 outside height, you then have all the measurements you have. If you're iterating on quotes 2 or 3, 4 or 5 times, you can come back and pick the dimensions from the product without having to go back and do a remeasure at the site. So you can see that he's leaving the laser attached onto the pole and running the whole measurement. Here he's going to switch to his Recon T1, and so he's doing some specific measurements where he's using the tape measure you saw that he didn't have to do anything in his app to switch between the laser and the tape measure. They're both connected to his iPad, and he's able to go between the two devices seamlessly without having to fight Bluetooth. You can see he's captured a lot of product notes here. And again, he's kind of selecting what he wants for those dimensions. And he's going to take a quick picture, moves in, hits his three widths, his three heights. Having that iPad on that harness that just hangs right there with his Recon on his hip and just holding the tape measure, you can see how quick he's moving through his job site, hitting the measurements and sending everything into Solitech Focus. It's a great point here. So with the toggle switch inside versus outside mount, if you're running your highlighting features as mount specific, when you're on the inside mount, you're going to get the minimum width and the maximum height. If you toggle that to outside mount, you're going to get the maximum and the maximum. So again, you're running your measurements, you hit your three widths, your three heights, and you're letting the app highlight for you the right product, the right dimension. You can see he is using his product notes field very well. He doesn't appear to be using the installation instructions here. One of the things that it's kind of hard to see when it's in this fast forward, using the trigger button on the disto. So he has his toggle on for the in-app trigger, and he has moved his red disto trigger button over here to the right-hand side. So when he's holding that iPad, that's right where his thumb is. You're able to drag that red button and put it anywhere. So if you're left-handed, you can put it over here. If you're holding it from the bottom, you can put it over here. So you get to place that trigger button exactly where your hand falls for holding the iPad. Makes it really, really user-friendly. Okay, let's see if I can capture at the very end of this. He has a timestamp here. So he did 11 total rooms, 16 total windows, 16 photos, all measurements done in 15 minutes and 30 seconds. So averaging 58 seconds per window. So two other features that are really powerful in the app that Nick didn't use is the ability to do visual references, drawing on images, and templates. So I wanted to quickly just add that on the end here. This is a full video that's on our YouTube channel. You can come back and watch the entire thing. But I'm going to just skip it. So we're simulating adding in our measurements. We come down and we add a picture. In this case, we're going to go into our gallery and we're going to pick an image. Now, when the image gets added right here, you can click this eyeball icon. And that eyeball icon is going to stick that up into the left reference image and replace these measurements with the image. Once it's here, you can come up and click the edit button right here, and you're going to be able to directly draw on the image next to your measure sheet side by side. And I have some samples where I get the pins, I drag it over, and we stick some dimensions. So I do an A, a B, and a C. And then we come in and we add custom rows A, B, and C. So in Nick's case, everything was pretty straightforward. He didn't need any custom rows, any pictures to do anything. But if he was going to do some draperies or something special, maybe he has some obstacles in the way, you can quickly snap that picture, draw something on it, do a custom row, and capture that. So in this case, we're getting paneling spacing and then the overall spacing. So if you like working with visual references, you're able to draw on that. Another thing is you can also click the top left green button on the icon here, and then you can go full screen. So you can have the whole iPad with that image pulled up. You can do all your sketching on it, and then you still can come back and capture those measurements separately. So this just shows you a live recording of me doing that on another set of windows with a Recon T1. So drawing on the item live, sketching it, adding column A, and then sending the dimension over from the unit itself right there. The other item is templates. So In this scenario, we have a custom row that we're adding distance to electrical outlets, and we've dragged that and positioned it where we want it to go. You hit the gear icon, you get the drop down menu, and you click Save Custom Template. And with that saved, once you get the pop up, you click Yes. And as you come into a new window, so we'll come in over here. Every time that we open a new window, it's going to have the order that was saved plus that custom row. So you can reorganize all of the cells by pressing the hamburger icon, dragging them up and down. So you can make the app flow in the way that you like to measure. You can add custom rows, get those in here, and then save them as your template. So just a couple of really powerful features to add on to Nick's wonderful demo, that using the app, running through with the laser, the tape measure, all your data coming in, the extension pole, so you're not using any ladders. You heard the squeaking in the video. That was him voice to text, using voice to text to capture all of his notes in the notes fields. Putting the images there. One of the best practices we do tell everybody is that two pictures are wonderful. Take one picture of the window during the measure, and then one picture of the product installed afterwards. And that will serve for you as a warranty claim if someone comes back and says, hey, you damaged my window, there's drywall. You have a before picture before your installation crew got there, and an after picture. Also works great. If they say that a week later you have a broken slat on a blind that you installed, you can go back and look at the picture as your team left. Using the app to organize those pictures keeps everything super organized, and you don't have to come back and question what picture went to what window, what client, and etc. So, really appreciate Nick and his team helping with the live demo from their standpoint. Hope you found this interesting. Thanks, everybody.